I am going to cross off the part that I already know you don't want to do. Draw a picture. You don't have to draw the rectangular fraction model. We're just going to solve these. What's different about this? We're subtracting, okay? So when I choose a common denominator, don't put the plus sign in the middle. Put the subtraction sign in there. Common denominator for 3 and 4, 12. I don't know if Zoe knows how to do this or not. Do you, Zoe? So let's go ahead and talk about top down, bottom up. It's very important that you go the correct direction first. So you need to multiply 1 times 4 first, and then 3 times 1. Okay? That part's the exact same as the addition was. Now all you have to do is just subtract. And try not to add. Okay? What about your common denominator for 3 and 2? 6. Okay? Yeah, it's kind of awkward because there's so many lines. Okay? So what do we multiply first? 2 times 2 has to be first. And then 3 times 1. And my answer is, it's kind of simpler, isn't it? Okay, let's go down and do the next one. This one, we are not going to multiply the denominators because that would be 24 and that's too big. So this one you have to write a little differently. So remind me how we do this. What am I going to do down here with my T-chart? Go ahead. Skip count. Okay, write the multiples. Remember, we don't want to choose 24 because there's a smaller choice. What is it? Yep. So that's least common denominator right there. It's a 12. Okay, can I do top down, bottom up on this? No. I've got to actually think. So here's what you think. 6 times something equals 12. Okay? And whatever you do to the bottom, you do to the top. So this gives me 5 times 2 for my numerator. 4 times what equals 12?
3.
And 10 minus 3 is? Okay. You think you want to try the next one on your own? Okay. So on this one, you can multiply the denominators and do our crisscross strategy. Top down, bottom up. So what's your common denominator? 21. And 2 times 7, what's that?
14.
And 1 times 3? And that gives me 11 21st. Thanks for not saying 21s. Okay. It just is. So let's look at the back. Everybody turn it over to the back. Okay? You guys remember on Friday we had we were able to use one of the denominators as our common denominator. And which one was it, the big one or the little one? The big one. And the way you can decide that, if 4 goes into 8, then you can choose 8. And then, if you choose one of them that you already have, you don't have to change that one. So which one do I get to keep the same? 3/4 or 3/8? 3/8. Okay. And if you want, you can put times 1. Is this coming back to you from Friday? Or you don't have to. You can just leave it blank. Okay? Now 3/4 I'm going to have to change. So what will I think to myself? 4 times what equals 8? What is it? So 3 times 2 is 6. 6 minus 3 equals, okay. Yeah. Okay. The next one, what's 4 times 7? Okay, and you can just multiply those. And you can do the top down, bottom up strategy. And 21 minus 8?
13.
What do you think of subtraction so far? It's pretty simple, isn't it? Okay, we've got a story problem left and that's it. It'll be the shortest video ever. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh? I'm recording.
That's why she's doing it on.
That's why I'm standing up over here, writing on the board. Okay, Mr. Penman had 2/3 liter of salt water. He used 1/5 of a liter for an experiment. How much salt water does Mr. Penman have left? Now, I'm guessing this is subtraction since we've been subtracting all day. What words tell me it's subtraction? And even have left, right? Okay. So, you got to be careful. You got to make sure you keep these fractions in the correct order. And what's the common denominator for 3 and 5? 15. And what strategy do I get to use? Top down, bottom up. So that's 10 minus 3, 7/15. Yep, Mr. Penman.